turn ourselves. No, I don't think so, Vinny.
I think we're okay. Because I have my computer on the left side of my or the phone propped on the left side of the computer, so I can see the chat.
Okay, I'll get in there.
It's going live on the computer now.
Okay.
With an ad.
With an ad.
Yeah. Regardless if you have the video monetized or not, you get an ad.
Oh, that's right. I need to explain to people.
Oh, it is backwards.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to flip my phone, and it should be okay.
Okay. I'll flip mine, too. Give me a second.
Don't worry, you're not going to see my tonsils this time.
You have to turn it down as well, Vinny.
Turn what down?
That's okay now.
Tell right. Them, yay, we're good.
I'm not. Tell him, hold on. I know it's crooked. I'll turn myself.
Hold on, you guys. He's just going to fix his...
I'm gonna do a Bonnie Tyler.
A total eclipse of the heart?
Turn around. Hold on.
It's Dee's favorite song.
D. Who's D? Oh, the thrill of the Tell him, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We're going home. Isn't that a song? Just hold on. We're going home. Hold on. I have to. Now my timing is going to be off. Ouch. Tell everybody, hold on.
All right, everybody. Just hold on 1 second here.
Let me get myself plugged back in.
You know what? I don't need to be over here. I'm going to just move myself right here because I don't need to see myself on screen. As long as I can see the chat, we're good.
Yeah. Now I'm going to have to tell everybody why we see you.
Oh. They may not want to see me. Who knows?
Well, they see you.
Yeah.
All right. This is a new thing. And I'm going to tell everybody the reason why you see both of us. Vinny, how's it looking?
Ooh, boy.
Okay.
I'm really lagging.
You look
on
good.
The computer, that is. There, now I'm caught
up. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to my Monday night live sale. We get an extra one this month because there are 3 Mondays in the month of January. So normally my live sales are the 1st and the 3rd. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking up here. I'm sorry.
All good.
Normally my live sales are the 1st and the 3rd Monday. And I don't think we have another Monday until like June or something like that, May or June. So welcome, everybody. We're going to, what I like to do is get started at live at 8 o'clock. I start selling my first item at 8:10. And whether I get through it all or not, I stop selling at 10 p.m. To honor your time and my time. And we all get to go to bed at 10:30. And so therefore, we'll go through the rules in a minute. But I would like to explain to you why you are seeing both of us right now. I did just turn my heat down. It's not that hot in here. It really isn't, but I've got the... in many live sales, it's nice for you to be able to hear the moderator's voice. On the live stream platform, you can have a person's voice, but not their face. Okay, so that's how live stream works. YouTube has a brand new thing called Invite a Friend. So Vinny and I tested it the other night, and what we've discovered is there is no way for you to hear him without seeing him. Now, it's not that we don't want his face there. You know, we want to see you, Vinny. But I know many of you are going to say it's better when it's the full screen and you can just see me showing the items. Probably the next show, that's what we'll do. We'll just go back to the old-fashioned way, or I might go back to StreamYard. But I set this live up on the YouTube platform, and I didn't want to cancel it because people click remind me, and if I had canceled it, it would disappear and people wouldn't be able to find me. So that explains to you why we have a split screen tonight, and you'll just have to, you'll be able to look at both of us
Sorry, you got to see me.
No, Vinny, we're glad to have you there. We're glad to have Vinny moderating. The moderator is the one who calls the shots, and so I'd like everybody to test the lag. And the way the auctions work is as follows. I'll hold an item up. We're not starting on this. Don't anybody bid on it. This is just an example. So I'll hold an item up and I'll tell you where we're starting. We're starting at 99 cents. And then I'll tell you about
Okay,
the commission.
Hold on. Unfortunately, I don't think there's an option to make me smaller. There's, with this stream that YouTube has, or this little software that YouTube has, there isn't a way to shrink me down. I wish there was, because trust me, he needs to be like 75% of this screen, not split in half.
Right. We're going to roll with it tonight, everybody. I can't shrink Vinny. We can't change his size. You can't do like you do in StreamYard where you move people all around. We're not on StreamYard. We're on a different platform. So probably occasionally Vinny is going to have to remind everybody that that's the case tonight. And that's just how we're going to do it for tonight. Now,
okay.
Back to the rules. And so when you see an item, I encourage everyone to place your bids right away. The time to place a bid is not during the countdown unless you already know how many seconds you lag. And I think everybody understands the lag has to do with internet speeds and the types of devices that you're using at home. Some of you are on your TRS-80 Radio Shack and it doesn't go very fast. I'm playing with you. Some people get upset because I'm counting down, and when I get to number 3, they type in a bid, and somebody else wins, and they see that because of the time delay, it's important, if you really see something you like, get those bids in when you see it, and then that way you won't miss out. Now, I ship out of the New Jersey, Philadelphia area. So prices do not include shipping to where you live. It's based upon your zip code and how far away you are from mine and the size of the box or boxes. I do use pirate ship, so I ship as inexpensively as possible. If you win something, the information is pinned at the very top. Vinny will remind you to send your information to oldcuriosityshop99@gmail.com. And I've got to have your mailing address, your full name, and please don't forget, a lot of folks will email me, but they won't tell me what their PayPal email is. And they'll just assume that I know that that's linked to their, but that's not the case for everybody. Sometimes you have an email address that's that you're writing me from, but that's not the one connected to your PayPal account. So get that in there. Vinny, what am I forgetting?
I think one thing we should mention is send your information only if you win something, because we don't want his email getting bogged down.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Also, please make sure that I am the one to call the shots. Please don't do any congratulating or anything like that until I say who it is. And please, I do know you're trying to help us out, but with the arrows and such that you point in there or put into the chat, it makes the chat fly. So I ask that you please don't put that in. I will do my best to try to, of course, answer the questions as best I can. That's what I'm here for. So we just want to try to keep the chat at a bare minimum, especially with offer ups, because this chat with 500 people in it or close to 300 can go really fast.
Okay, so are you not hearing me? People are asking me to turn up my volume. There's no volume for me. There's no volume for me to turn up to get you to hear me. You have to turn your volume up. Are you not hearing me?
Right. I can hear you. I've got my phone volume down just because it's loud.
So if you can't hear me, you have to turn your volume up. Check your volume, everyone, and make sure that you can hear me. Okay.
Ooh, yes. Margaret Howell, yes. No just in cases. It is just whoever comes in before the sold. We don't do just in cases on here because it gets very confusing.
Now we're going to make an adjustment tonight. I know I said that I start selling at 8:10. I'm not going to be able to keep that. I'm going to have to talk a little bit more because this is a sort of new, because we've got Vinny here and I want to explain a little bit more. We're not trying to set up. You have to understand that the things that we're putting in place, we understand that this is what makes a live sale go easier and smoother for everyone. It's not that we don't want you to congratulate people, but what happens is, if you congratulate someone who doesn't win, I had somebody write to me very upset. He was not the winner, but he heard people in the chat saying, congratulations. And then he thought he won something, but he really didn't. So that's the reason why we say that. And all of those things are in place really to make, hopefully to make the live sales go smoother and a better experience for everyone. So thank you so much. Yes. Okay, Vinny, what else should we say before we get started?
Oh, what else should we say?
Well, I guess we shouldn't say anything except get the ball rolling. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate you being here.
Well, I guess I could say one thing. As Tomater would say, let's get her done.
Well, I'm ready to hop on it.
Yes, Luigi. Please don't be.
Okay. Everything is an offer up, which gives everybody a chance to get in on it. And I count down from 10. If I counted down at 15, people would still wait until I hit 3. So we're just going to do the countdown. There it is. We're starting out at $8 on this.
All right, hold on. Let me put in 8. All right, it's in.
$8 on this. It measures 5 inches across. These things were popular in the 1940s, 50s, 60s. And it's just a nice piece here that is a musical lyre. And you would actually, put this on your desk. I'll get to where I hope that everybody can see. And it has felt on the bottom, which is coming off. Now, I'm going to keep that old original felt. You may want to re-glue that, or you might want to scrap it. But this piece here would be from a desk set, so you can place your ink pen in here. And all of those unpaid invoices go right in there. All the unpaid bills go right in that thing. There's no damage on it. It's unmarked, and it was part of the desk set. So if you have a musical person in your family, that would be lovely. We started out at $8 on this.
Poodle's at 11.
All right. Now I'm going to give you the warning. Okay, here comes the countdown. Now that warning is so that you can get your bid in there. If you want to get your bid in there, warning. Here comes the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Vinny.
All right, hold on. I'm going to refresh the chat.
Oh, yes. We forgot to say
I'm going to refresh my refresh the feed here, and it looks like Donna RN gets the napkin holder for $12. So congrats, Donna RN.
Just to be sure, Donna, it's not a napkin holder. It's for a desk.
Did I say napkin holder? I'm sorry. I meant a letter holder.
That's cool. Just so she knows. Well, you can put napkins in it. Okay, Vinny, that was how much? I'm sorry.
$12.
Okay, Donna, the RN.
So, Tom, it came in after the sold. I went ahead and refreshed the page just to make sure, and the 15 came in after the sold. So we're good.
So, well, just very quickly, folks, everybody has a different lag from all over the country. We've already talked about that. So I'm encouraging you, when you're at a live auction and the auctioneer is going once, twice, and you do this, you can get your bids in there, but it doesn't work that way in an online live sale. So once again, the time to place your bid is probably not during the countdown because you may miss, and it's like that for everybody's sales. I don't know anybody that doesn't have that, right, Vinny? That's just kind of the way.
Oh, we all experience the lag. It can be bad sometimes.
I know, but so anyway, so thank you everyone. Thank you so much for being here and for joining in. The next offer up that I have is for 2 salt and pepper shakers. We're starting at $12. There's no damage. There is no damage. We're starting at $12. There's no damage on either one of these. And take a look at these. Now, it's a pair. Let me put one down. The Leaping Gazelle. Now, the Leaping Gazelle was popular in decorative motifs from the 20s, and he hangs around into the 50s. Yeah. I've seen him etched on barware from the 50s, but I've also seen him him or her in a very Art Deco fashion back in the 1920s and 30s. And so these are marked C. I never did really take a look to see who that C is. I don't see Japan anywhere on them, so I don't know, but no damage. They have their little horn here, and typically it's just called a Leaping Gazelle. And if you'd rather it be a giraffe, or not giraffe. What am I trying to say? Give him a kiss, salt and pepper. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so they're giving each other a kiss. Really neat.
ID.
Does it go out of focus?
All right, so
does it go out of focus?
I can see him. You're good. So we have Lola May at 35.
Okay, so this is the warning. Now, when I say warning, that's a good time to get that bid in there, right? Because here comes the countdown. When I say warning, I sound like Dr. Smith. No, the robot. Warning, I don't sound like Dr. Smith. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm going to refresh real quick. Oh, stupid ad. Got to do this again because it...
And while Vinny's figuring that out, how many of you have bought old salt and pepper shakers and you start playing with them in the car and you get salt and pepper all over your pants?
I've done that many times. All right, so those salt and pepper shakers go to Lola May for $35.
Lola May. Thank you, Lola May. Thank you so much. Okay,
Remember, if you haven't bought from Scott before, please look at my pinned comment at the top of the chat. You can copy and paste his email into your email when you send it. Make sure you send your name, YouTube name, PayPal, email, and shipping address so that way he knows where to send you your items. Please and thank you.
2 German celery dishes.
All right, hold on. Let me put a start in so that way I can just put the price in and hit enter. What are we starting them at?
We're starting at $8 on the pair. They're 10 inches and there's no damage.
All right.
There's no damage at all. They're 10 inches in length. They're made in Germany. I'll let you see the mark. It may be blurry or washed out. It's a German mark on the back. And this is a decal. It's not hand painted. So these are not expensive, but it is porcelain. And there's no damage on either one of them. I don't mean to say that you have to serve German celery. I meant that the porcelain is German. The celery can come from the Acme. It doesn't really make a difference. Wouldn't they be nice on a dresser? A lady's dresser needs to be lovely in a bathroom. But
all right,
really
Bonnie Abrams is at 15.
Okay, so really made for the dinner table. And once again, as I said, they're 10 inches in length. And there's no damage on either one. So they have roses in the middle. I suppose you could do candy dishes or whatever you'd like. You see those okay? I know my lights are very bright. So here comes the warning. The warning means I'm getting ready to count it down. So place your bids before it's too late. And we're off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go.
All right. So since she was the only bidder on this one, they go to Bonnie Abrams for $15.
Thank you, Bonnie Abrams.
And yes, Robin Boyd, that is the worst. And Jody, I think to get the cork out of the salt and pepper shakers, I think all you have to do is pour hot water into the hole where the salt and pepper would go to soften the cork. And I think you might be able to like mush it down and maybe have it come out that way. And needle nose pliers and tweezers, as Dee is saying.
The next item is a mid-century Japan cat. Now, I love this little cat. We're starting at $9. $9. I've only got one, and there's no damage. There are no repairs. I don't see any chips anywhere, even on the tips of his little kitty. Look at that big head on that black. He looks mad. Now, it's got the old green felt on the bottom, and it probably would have been a pair. But stick your toothpicks in there, your ink pen. I don't know. I guess my little ink pen. Sure, why not? Look at that. Put your ink pen
so
in there.
we have Sandra Garcia at $25.
And so you really don't need. Oh, there's the Japan mark. This little guy is so mid-century. He had to have been made sometime after the war, in the 1950s, maybe even into the 60s. And he's just as cute as he can be. I certainly wish there were more than one. And did I measure this little guy? He is 6 inches tall.
Okay, so Sandra Garcia is at 35. A Florida Golden Girl, you have to go 36 or more.
Now,
okay.
let me back up for 1 second. I will let anyone retract their bids if they would like to. I have just noticed when I peel the old green felt off of the bottom, there's a little chip on the base, on the corner on the base. Do you see that on the bottom? Now, when it's sitting in place, I guess you don't really see that, but I didn't see that little chip there on the bottom. So if anyone would like to retract their bid, please do so. Sometimes it slips by you. Well, no, that doggone thing just got...
It's old felt. It's okay.
I might as well just throw it on the floor. Poor thing. Okay, well, you're going to get the old felt with it because I know I'm a purist. I like the old stuff.
Good point, Gail. So Sandra Garcia is now at 100.
He is just the quirkiest. And I don't believe his paint has ever been redone or touched up. So we're going to give you the warning now. And the warning is time to get in that bid because the countdown is coming. We ready for that? The cute little mid-century black kitty cat. And we're counting him down at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Pure lag.
3, 2, 1. Take it away, Vinny.
All right, I put sold in. Let me refresh.
Oh my goodness, my bones today.
Okay, so it sold to Sandra Garcia for $135.
Sandra. Now I know
Garcia.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. And I've got, oh my word. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, everyone who placed a bid on the kitty. I don't know. I guess I was having a day. It's been a rough week for me last week because I got some of my labels mixed up, and I sent some things to the wrong people, and they had to send it back, and they had to. It's my fault. But I think everything is correct in the mail now, and everything I think that should have gotten to where it was supposed to get is out. I know that none of that made sense. Thank you, Sandra. Next up tonight for auction, we're starting at $12. $12 on a 6x6 pressed glass heart. Perfect for your little cinnamon candies. We're starting at $12 on a pressed glass. It measures 6 by 6. And I want you to look in the very middle of this little dish, and you'll see the words press cut. Wait a minute.
Brand.
So you'll sometimes see the words near cut, which was imperial. And then I think it was McKee, don't quote me, that used press cut. And that's down in there. And this is something that was done in the 1920s. This is an old guy. This is back in the old EAPG days. If I didn't say, I'll say now, it has no chips. And I've gone on over all of the sawtooth top. That probably goes back to 1920 or before. And it's just a darling little pressed glass,
Aaron Davis,
heart-shaped candy dish. And it measures about 6 by 6. And we'll give you the warning for the countdown. Okay, Vinny? Shall we go ahead and
ready when you are.
count it down? It looks to me like, okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Vinny. That's my heart.
All right, I'm going to refresh real quick just to make sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Now, is that piece like that really like nicely cut? Remember that piece that you found when you were here? Does it have that nice cut to it?
This is pressed glass, not cut.
Okay. All right. So I see Tex-Mex 124 for $27.
Okay, let me sit. I'm sorry. Let me sit back down. You said $24?
Yes. So it is Tex-Mex 124 for 27.
Tex-Mex?
Yep. TEXMX 124.
Thank you, Vinny. Will everyone give Vinny a round of applause for moderating?
And I said, did I say 27? Yeah, it was 27.
You said 24. Yeah. It's 20.
I'm sorry. The name was Tex-Mex 124, and they got it for $27.
Okay, Tex-Mex, thank you. Are you going to put cinnamon hearts in that Tex-Mex? Is that what you're going to do with it?
Oh, why can't I scroll? Okay, there we go.
Next up, we're starting the bidding out at $10 on these, and I need to fly here because we got a lot to get through tonight. $10. Get your bids in if you're interested. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 of these. They're in excellent condition. We're starting at $10. These were made by Anchor Hocking. They're juice glasses, and they're not old. These probably might go back to the 80s or something like that. So not Depression era, but not something that I would normally pick up, but I like these little guys. They are in excellent condition. There's the 4 of them, and then there's the 5th. Wouldn't you like your orange juice out of these? I don't remember measuring them. And
all right.
Sorry about that. They are 4.5 inches tall. Just little orange juice glasses. There was probably a picture that matched. Somebody had these back in the 80s or 70s. Did you not?
All right. Casey Boston has the high offer of 25.
All right, here comes the warning because here comes the countdown. This is the warning that the countdown is on its way. The Anchor Hocking juice glasses, and they have the Anchor mark on the bottom, which I know gets blurry when I hold it up there. All right, we gave the warning, so here comes the countdown on the juice glasses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Vinny.
All right, so I put sold in. Let me refresh.
Thank you kindly. I'm going to refresh too.
All right, stupid ads.
Oh, that I've got this, like cinnamon cranberry apple tea. I'm not doing coffee tonight.
All right, so we've got Melody Southern Buckeye for $28.
Melody, you know I've got some cut glass coming up. You hear me, Melody? It's coming up. Don't you go anywhere. You hear me?
All right, 413 people here and only 140 or 140 thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up, you guys.
Oh, thank you, Vinny. That's kind of you to ask that.
Thumb up the video.
This next lovely piece is a swung glass vase, and we're going to start the bidding out at $19 on this.
Okay.
It stands 11 and a half inches tall. There's no damage to it. 11 and a half inches tall, no damage, unsigned on the bottom. But we know that all of the glass companies that made Carnival glass in that era made these, and it runs from Fenton to Imperial to Dugan to Diamond, and you can keep naming the glass companies that made the old Carnival glass. Now this is, I got some fuzz.
All right, so here we go. 111 is at 26.
I've got fuzz in my lips. I haven't been picking the fuzz off my grandfather's African violets recently. If you didn't get that, don't worry about it. Anyway, okay, so there it is. There's no damage on it, and it's just I like it, and who knows, could be maybe Imperial. So a swung vase, 11 and a half inches tall. Note that it has a paneled optic look, which may not show up.
All right, Mark Wenko is at 50.
A little bit of dirt down there on the bottom that needs to be cleaned out. I guess I'm trying to get it to where you can really, I know the china closet behind me makes it sometimes difficult to see. So I'll try to, is that better to see it?
It looks good.
Okay. So, circa 19...
Oh, okay, Patty. Thanks for letting me know.
Circa 1920. Could be a few years earlier. And we'll go ahead and give you the warning. Get those bids in. We're counting it down. We're going to count it down.
Okay. Ready when you are.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Look at that rainbow color. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Vinny.
Okay, so sold was put in. Going to refresh the chat again. And it looks like it goes to Mr. Mark Wenko for $50.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. We are sailing right along. We're going to start off at $10 on this next piece, and it is a little tomato juice pitcher. We're starting at $10 on it. It measures 6 inches tall. I don't know how many ounces. It's just a little thing. And I'm going to say tomato juice, but hey, you want to put prune juice in it? I won't tell anybody. There is no signature on the bottom. I do not know which company made it. It has a applied handle. The pitcher itself was made in a mold. We can see the mold line there. It's got an ice lip. That looks like something from the middle of the 20th century. Wouldn't you say? The 1950s or the 60s? Probably.
All right. Bonnie Abrams at 25. And by the way, I slipped down the stairs today.
It's just
a little play on words.
Cute little thing. Nice and clean. 6 inches. And I would say, is that a tomato?
It was a joke, you guys. He said ice lip, so I was trying to, it was a dad joke. I slipped down the stairs.
Vinny.
Okay, so you have Bonnie Abrams at 25.
It's a cute little thing, and it's nice and clean. And the enamel paint on the top, there's no loss to it. It's fired on there. This is the warning because here comes the countdown. And so we're going to give you the warning. Get that bid in there, and we're counting it down. And here we go at 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Vincent.
Okay, so I put sold in. I'm gonna refresh it again.
And I'm going to refresh as well. In live chat, I'm up there in the live.
Okay, so it looks like we got Miss Bonnie Abrams at $25.
That's Bonnie again. Bonnie. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Did you know that?
My Bonnie lies over the sea.
Ah. All right. Now, I'll tell you what, folks, when we're done, when we're finished selling everything, then we'll relax and we'll chit chat. During the sale, I'm all about the sale, right? So I'm not trying to ignore you. And if anything comes up, if there are any specific questions about the items, Vinny will keep track of that and he'll tell me to slow down and then I can answer your questions. But we'll chit chat and have some fun when the auction is over. But let's keep it going. I see something that I think I'm going to pull from the auction. And I'm going to pull it because I'm going to save it for the next time David and I do our Mantiques show. If you didn't see that, we're going to do that again sometime. I'm going to pull something. Okay. Now, I've got
D.
I've got 11 of these.
Christy.
Now, I'm going to show you one, but you're going to get 11 of them. And they're all sitting right here. I can't hold 11 of them up. We're starting at $22. And let me tell you what we've got. This is the Wild Rose pattern. And it's American Limoges. Now, we know Limoges is a region in France. This is American. Huh?
I was saying hi to Lori and Robert quietly while you were talking about the item.
So this is American made. These are not marked. These are little tiny Demitasse. Now, I want you to look at the Wild Rose. This is called the Wild Rose pattern. And there's nothing. Now, a lot of times with these sets, you don't get any marking. This looks very 1940s, right around in there. And you may say, well, Scott, you say that you don't buy weird pieces of random china. This is a little bit different. By the way, it's not china. It's just, American ceramic dinnerware from the 40s. These are tiny little Demitasse. And so these would be accessory pieces. When you buy a china set, you're going to get all the standard things. But the Demitasse would be something that you might get later on if you had extra money. So the whole set, we're asking $22, and there are 11 of them. So here are the 11 saucers, just to show you there. It's all there. And there's nothing broken or chipped. There's not a chip on any of it. Not a chip anywhere. And it's so much fun to mix and match. We don't have to have matchy poo, matchy poo, matchy poo. You can be all over the place. I see no bids. We're going to give you about 10 seconds to get your. If there are no bids after 10 seconds, we're going to move on. Let me put these back down. Vinny, do you see any bids?
I don't see anything. But okay. Margaret Howell wants to know how old you think they are.
I believe they date to the 1940s.
Okay.
The 40s and the 50s. You can look up American Limoges Wild Rose pattern.
American Limage.
Okay, that's it. No bids. We're going to put those down, and we'll move on to the next item. The next item. Let me see. Aha! Are you still there, Southern Buckeye? You better be. Butterbeans. Oh, now this thing Let me tell you where we're starting. Well, I better do this first. Let me tell you the condition, then I'll tell you the start price. I don't want to tell you the start price and have everybody bidding until I tell you the condition. This is cut glass. This is American brilliant cut glass. And I'm not going to tell you the starting price yet until I tell you the condition. There are no cracks on it, and there are no major chips. So all of the sawtooth edge is all hand cut. This whole piece is hand cut. And you guys know when you collect this kind of thing, if you rub your hands over it, you feel like you're going to get cut anyway. Even if it's not chipped, it still feels chipped because it's so sharply cut. Very different from smooth pressed glass. So what I'm telling you is there may be an occasional tiny little flea bite along in here. Now that I've told you that, the bidding starts at $25 on the cut glass. It measures 5.5 inches tall, 5.5 inches tall by 7 inches across the top, and it just sparkles like Walmart on Christmas Eve.
Okay, so Poppy, I do apologize. We were testing out this new setup for the live sales. I don't think I like it too much. I'm not sure Scott does either. I apologize if he is half the screen and I'm half of the screen. With this, we're not able to make me smaller or not even see me at all. So it was just a test run. Probably won't be something we do again. So I do apologize. Just bear with us for this time, please. And thank you. All right, so we've got KP Gun. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. Melanie Stout is at $40.
I want to remind you that this is all hand cut glass, not pressed. Look at the facets. And I will remind you again that the type of flea bites are they're not even more felt than seen. They're hardly seen. And again, it's so sharp that you think you're going to cut yourself anyway. Really lovely.
See, that's what I thought that other piece was. That's cut. The other one was pressed. I mixed the two up there.
Right.
For a second.
This is a piece of cut glass. This we're going to look at later is pressed glass. This is pressed, machine made. We're going to sell this later. This is cut. Do you see the difference?
I do, for sure.
All right. So the beautiful cut glass piece here, the beautiful cut glass is just a lovely piece. And we're going to give you the warning so we can count it down. But I think I've told you the dimensions, and I want you to hear it ring. This has got lead in it. This is full of lead. You ready for the ring? I love the ring of lead glass. Hold your ear. Oh, wait a minute. Put all the dogs away.
Come and get it. Come and get it.
That's lead content. Dumb stuff. Should I warn you the next time? Or I did warn you. I told you put the dogs away. Okay, so that's a beautiful American. This is not Czechoslovakian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. All right, counting it down. There's your warning. Counting it down. Get those bids in because I'm getting ready to count it down. Warning, here comes the countdown. Vinny, where are we?
We're at $48 with Melanie Stout.
And down we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sparkles like a diamond. Isn't that a song?
There's a song by Rihanna called Diamonds, if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, I'll try. I won't. Okay.
All right, so let me just make sure. All right, so sold to Margaret Howell for $52.
Thank you, Margaret. Margaret, I found your Jell-O mold. You hear me, Margaret, girl?
Oh.
Hey, Margaret, you hear me? I found your Jello mold. Does she hear me?
I'm sure she's typing in a message into the chat.
It does sound like church bells. Now, did you mail it yet? I just found it. I'm gonna put it in the mail. I'll put it in the mail. I just found it. And I apologize. How do you lose it? How do you lose a Jello mold? I lost a Jello mold. All right, we're gonna take. We are at quarter of.
It's like losing your marbles.
When we reach the halfway point, we'll take like a 2-minute break. Everybody can run to the bathroom, and we will remind everybody why you see 2 screens. I know Vinny did that a minute ago, but we'll talk about that again. If you didn't get that cut piece of glass, I got another cut piece of glass for you, and it is a beauty. It is a beauty. Beauty. Now, we're starting out at $25 on this. It is a ferner, what's called a ferner.
Ferner?
Ferner, F-E-R-N-E-R. And somebody in the chat can type in to tell us what a ferner is. I think Melody collects this, but the rest, a lot of you know what a ferner is. And we're starting at $25. It measures 8 inches by 4.5, and it is perfect condition. Now, really, because we have no sawtooth top, so that's nice. No sawtooth top, and it's got 3 feet. This is beautiful, heavy lead cut glass, and it is an absolute stunner. Now, let's get the ring again. I'm going to warn you again for everybody whose dogs began a barking. Let's hear the sound of lead crystal. Here it comes. Beautiful, and I'm trying not to hit it that hard. A beautiful ferner, what they call a ferner, and all of this is cut. You run your hands over this, and you know, right? Yeah, you run your hands over this. Now, this is beautiful too, but it's not cut. That is. Somebody sat there and they cut all of this. Yeah. And just look how beautiful this ferner is. 3 feet. We've given you the measurements of it. And it's just delightful. And I am not afraid to bring out the clear glass. Now, sometimes this glass is signed. Not always. A lot of times it's not. And somebody wrote to me and said something about, oh, you're a fool. No, they didn't say I was a fool. Sort of. Nobody wants it. Throw it away. Well, you know what? Some of us want it, and some of us still appreciate this beautiful old clear glass. And I'm starting to rescue more and more pieces of it because a lot of folks ignore it in the thrift shops. And when I find good quality cut, even nice pressed, I'm going to get my hands on it. And this thing must weigh 8 pounds. Vinny, we're going to count it down.
Okay.
The beautiful cut glass ferner is on its way down. So here comes your warning. If you haven't put your bid in, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, Vinny.
All right, just put in sold, so I'm going to refresh.
Oh my gosh, that thing is heavy. Woo!
See, I'll admit I'm the first to say I would probably pass by all the crystal and stuff like that because it's just not my taste, but to each his own. Okay. So I just came back to the stream, and it looks like Melody Southern Buckeye gets it for $51.
Thank you, Melody. Thank you so much. That's my snack.
Is that legible?
My snack are pretzel sticks. And I'm finishing up this cranberry It's like a orange cranberry tea in a Delphite anchor hocking mug. What are you guys snacking on? We have to do a snack review.
Not me.
Okay. Oh no, I'm the one. Okay.
I got a drink, but that's not a snack.
$15. Here we go. Abstract teapot, no damage. $15 on the abstract teapot. It is unmarked on the bottom. Now, I know a lot of people said, I think it's this, I think it's that, I think it's this, I think it's that. But all those pots you were showing me had marks on the bottom, and this is completely unmarked. Nothing. Nothing at all. There's no damage on the spout. There's no damage on the handle. And I'm saying abstract. I guess I shouldn't. And it's ceramic. There's some luster wear in there that's starting to wear off. And I imagine there's an official name for that little doohickey jigamabob thing that keeps the lid from falling out when you go to pour it. But I don't know what the official name. Anybody know what you call that little thing? I call it a little thing. This lovely teapot is 10 inches from here to here. I don't know how many ounces it holds, but you could get 4 or 5 little cups of tea out of that. Let me back up. I think my light is washing it out just a little bit.
All right, Stacy Vogel's at 50.
My gut feeling, because of the luster wear on it, is that this is something that was probably made in the 1930s or 40s. I don't know what other folks are feeling on it, but it has that look of a 1930s or 40s piece. I think mostly probably because of the luster. Clean on the inside. It does not have any crazing on its glaze. I got some crazing on my glaze. See, it comes with age. And so, but just a nice.
Don't remind me.
I know people like to collect teapots, and
that's a cool one.
A little hole in the top. Yeah, I was attracted to it, and I'd never seen that design before.
And neither have I.
My lighting is kind of washing it out a little bit, so, but it's beautiful yellow color. And get your bids in. We're going to count this thing down. All right, that's the warning. That is the warning. And we're going to count it down. And so here we go. Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm laughing at Vinny. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Because I don't want to interrupt you, and I want to keep reminding people to put the thumbs up. So I thought this would be a good way to do that.
I love it. I appreciate it. I'm just making fun of you because I can.
Oh, I don't care.
Vinny's always
making fun of me all you want.
Vinny makes fun of me all the time.
Well, you give it right back.
Well, and you're going to get it right back.
All right. So Florida Golden Girl, I think she meant to put. Okay, this is where I get confused. So Stacy Vogel put in 55, and then a Florida Golden Girl put 556. I know that's not what she meant.
Oh,
so
please let that be what you meant.
What do you want me to do in regards to that? Because she meant 56, but it looks like she put in like the first 2 numbers of that were 55 and then 6. No.
She's paying $556 for it. Come on. You figure it out. You ladies, tell me what you want to do.
Okay.
Now I see somebody said 70. Oh, Diane, you waited too long to get your bid in.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think because it wasn't like, I think we'll go ahead and sell it to, this is what I don't like to do.
I don't want to make you the bad guy.
I don't.
Okay. Are the two, all right, I know, Gail, but hold on. The two people who were bidding, we just want to hear from them now. I know she meant 56, but the two people that are in there.
Okay, so let's.
Evelyn says 56, let her have it. You see that, Vinny?
Okay. So we'll go ahead and we will. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll let Florida Golden Girl have it for 56. Thank you, everyone.
Now, I want to thank, you're so nice, everybody. I can't see it. But if that other person was it Evelyn? I'm sorry, I can't see. That was very kind of you. So thank you. But everybody, thank you. So we're okay now with that, Florida Golden Girl at 56?
Yep, all good. We're good.
All good. Okay, thank you, everyone. We are at 8:56. We are halfway through this auction. We're doing well. My goal is to sell all of this by 10 o'clock, and I mean it. I'm not going to keep rambling on after 10 p.m. So let's keep going.
We got plenty of time, so you're good.
Well, we got 1 hour left. Let's keep going, and we don't have... and then we'll take a little breather for just a couple of seconds. Next up is the 1905 Higbee. Now, this is not marked. Oh, we're starting at blubbity blubbity blub. We're starting at $15 on the Higbee ribbed ellipse vase. It stands 10 inches tall. Higbee Glass is the company. Now, sometimes Higbee is actually marked with a bumblebee. There's no mark on this one, but I did look it up in one of my books. Yeah, my big old, like 900-page EAPG book, and I found it in there. And it was introduced in 1905. It is pressed glass, not cut. It's made in a mold, pressed in a mold, yeah. And it's just a lovely vase made by Higbee. And you can see the design on the bottom.
Okay, so Florida Golden Girl is at $100. That is the high offer, so you have to be 100, go 101 or more.
Higbee, you can look up the interesting history of Higbee glass. The pattern, by the way, is called...
You're good, Florida Golden Girl. You're good. We got you for the 100.
This is called ribbed ellipse. Ribbed ellipse. And it's just a lovely pressed glass piece of EAPG. Now, that's an antique. Right? If it was introduced in 1905, I don't know how many years they made it. The Higbee company. There's no damage on it. It doesn't have any cracks or chips, of course. And it's nice and clean, so there's no dishwasher. There's no, like, sick glass damage to it. Just a charming piece. So here comes the warning, and we're going to count this bad boy down. It's a lovely piece of glass. There's your warning to count it on down. Vinny, were there any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
Although I do want to say that when my lips are chapped, they get very red. So I have red lips sometimes.
Okay. I guess someone was asking about your lips.
No, I'm just being a smarty.
Oh, you're supposed to be looking at my vase, not Vinny's lips. You can look at his lips.
Trust me, my lips aren't attractive enough to look at.
Now focus. You can look at his lips when we start gossiping at 10 o'clock. Quit looking at Vinny's lips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away.
All right. I'm going to refresh. All righty. So, what? All right. I'm going to scroll up. And it looks like we have a Florida Golden Girl for $110.
Florida Girl, you just won the teapot too. Didn't she? Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It is 9 o'clock. We've got an hour.
Fun with Fido. Hopefully that's correct. So you probably had an ad pop up. So what you'll want to do is refresh the page again, and sometimes a certain ad will disappear and your live chat or your chat will come back up to the same center as the screen that you were seeing. I've had to do it several times.
Let me talk for a minute. We're going to take a 5-minute break. This is the halfway point. This is intermission. So intermission, 5-minute break. Here's what I want folks to know. There's some things that people might not know. Whether you're monetized or not, YouTube puts commercials in. Now, I'm not making that up. Vinny, am I right?
No, that's true.
I know. So even if I demonetize this stream, YouTube changed that, months ago. I have videos that I don't monetize because sometimes I want certain music in there, or I want things where I'm going to get copyright strikes, and I just don't get paid for it. But you might still see commercials. That's YouTube does it. We don't do it. We don't have control over it. So if you see an ad, that's the reason why, and that's true. The other thing, if you're here tonight and you're thinking, oh my word, I don't like this split screen. We like Vinny, we love Vinny, but we want Scott large so we can see the items. Vinny and I are trying the YouTube platform, which is not the same as StreamYard. StreamYard is completely different. On the YouTube platform, you can't move people around, you can't hide them, you can't enlarge or shrink squares. It's not a part of the system. Am I right, Vinny?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so because we practiced this the other night when we were sideways, we were cattywampus.
No, it was bad.
We're just rolling with it. We're rolling with it, and it's fun to have Vinny here. The point is that it's good to have his voice. He can really watch that chat and keep me in line, because you know me, I can't see half of what I'm supposed to see. I can't see, and half the time I can't hear. Probably the next live sale, we'll go back to the old format where it's just me and the screen, and I'm either going to have to use StreamYard, which I don't like because the quality is not quite as good, but we can hear Vinny. We'll figure it out.
Two things I got to say. So KP Gunther, a Florida Golden Girl, put in an offer of $110 for that vase that he just shared. So that's who won that. And there is one thing I do want to remind you all. When we're doing offer ups, and I know all of the items tonight are offer up, please try to keep the chat at a minimum, because I've had to scroll up a lot to see who the winner of the item was. So if we could just keep it down until the sold comes in, I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll chat. I love doing the live sales, and I am so happy that you watch just for entertainment. You don't have to buy anything if you just like to look at old things. I love that you're watching, but it's really not. But the main goal here is to buy and sell and to get it so we can be as efficient as possible. So again, I don't want you to think we're being hard heads. We just know the nuance of how to make this work and make it work as best for the buying and the selling. Does that make sense, Vinny? I hope I don't sound.
It's making 100% sense to me.
Pink, you stink. I'm playing. Is it 5 after? No, we said we weren't.
Not yet, but we're getting there.
Well, okay. Well, we said we're going to give everybody a 5-minute break, and somebody might be locked in the water closet like I was. I locked myself in my bathroom and almost couldn't get out for the last live show. We're not going to go over that, but we're going to go ahead and show you these pink plates. And we're going to go ahead and start at 9:05. So that was our intermission.
Okay. I thought you were telling me the price to put in.
Oh, 9:05. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me write button. I'm going to write now. Everyone knows what thumbs up means for the most part.
Well, thank you so much. And while we're on it,
I'll leave this up.
While we're on our intermission, the last few seconds of our intermission, thank you again, everyone. Thank you so much. And I'm going to have to run and get my charger. No, I think I'm all right.
You're welcome, KP.
Yeah. I may have to run and get my charger in a minute. I've got 12 plates. 12 of them. we're starting at $29. $29 on 12 8x8 salad, lunch, and dessert, whatever you want it to be. Pink depression glass plates. They are lovely. Now let me show them to. There's all 12 of them. See that? Did I say 12? Let me put them down. Other than my fingerprints, there is not a chip on any of them. I don't even see
great lions.
I don't even see scratches. Now, sometimes you'll get a lot of scratches on depression glass plates, but you look at that plate, and when I tell you that they're all in that condition, they're all in that condition. Now, can I guarantee that you won't maybe find a little somewhere, but no flea bites, and I don't find any scratches. These have nice polished bottoms. This polished ground. When I say polished, you know, it's on a wheel. This is polished here. And these are fire polished plates because you see there's no seam anywhere. That means these plates were made by one of the good glass companies of the Depression era. So this is department store glass, not the glass that was given away for free in the 1930s. This you would have purchased, you know, in a nice little department store, that kind of thing. And they are pink. Sometimes pink doesn't always come up very well. But
okay, so we have Bonnie Abrams at $30, and Casey Boston would like to know the dimensions of the plates.
They are 8x8.
I'm going to type that in just so that way people know.
Okay.
8x8.
8x8.
Just in case they miss it or glitches or something.
Lovely for luncheon, dessert, and of course, salads.
Right. Evelyn Hill Enriquez is at $35. Here we go. 111 would like to know if they're square.
If they're square?
Like in the shape of a square almost. Like, you know, all sides are pretty much the same length and such.
They're 8x8. So yes,
yeah, I would say it's square with like unique shapes. Like what do they call it? Like a scallop.
They're 8x8 square. And you can see that
the edges. Right, Benita's at 36.
Yeah, 8x8.
Perfect.
Let me double check it. From the points, they're 8. Yeah, 8x8 with the little scalloped edges. Nice plates.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for, wordsmith. Equilateral. Okay. So Benita's at 36.
Here comes the warning. The warning means get your bids in because I'm about to count it down. I'm afraid I'm going to jam my chair into my china closet. Count it down.
Don't do that, please.
If you've got a bid, get it in there. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are heavy.
And you're swaying them to and fro like it's a baby.
Yeah. Oh, my word.
Okay, so I'm refreshing my page here. And Margaret comes in at $40.
Which Margaret is that?
Margaret Howell. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Margaret, it's going to be another 2 or 3 boxes for you, Margaret Howell. Thank you so much. I have 2 Deco refrigerator dishes. We're starting at $16 on these. There is a little bit of crating. There is a little bit of staining in the glaze. I'm going to hold them up and show you. Vinny,
I just typed in 16.
Okay. Also type in the measurement, if you will. They measure 8 by 5 by 4. People are going to want to ask. I've got 2 of these. They measure 8 by 5 by 4. They are unmarked, maker unknown. They do not have chips, and they're just classic 1930s refrigerator dishes. The glaze is crazed. Here they are. These were sometimes given away for free when you bought a refrigerator in the Depression era. They are rectangular. And
Bonnie Abrams is at 20.
Look at this really neat streamlined sort of American Deco look. This is right out of the 30s. Now, make sure you know. All right. Now, what do you do about that? Well, you either live with it or you soak this in different types of cleaners to get the staining out of the glaze.
So Julie Gagney, Meemaw's Vintage Junk wants to know, is this for each of them or are you selling both as a set?
Not only are they both going together, but you get a bowl that looks like it matches. You get a bowl that says USA. I didn't measure this little bowl, and I don't know that this bowl necessarily came with these, but I bought all of this at one time. And I know my light, it's really hard because the light is washing it out. But no chips on the bowl. It's the same, it has the same pattern on it and the same color to it. So all of this together, the 2 refrigerator dishes and this little bowl here as well, little whatever that is. So it's the 2 of them. And as I said, they have a little bit of staining there on some of the glaze. Very 30s. This is all staining in the glaze.
Okay. So we've got, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, Eugenia Butron is at 25. And then Suzanne comes in at 35.
There's one. And then here's the other one. The measurements are in the chat. You can scroll back up and see that. There's the other one. That's
you said 8 by 5 by 4, right?
8 by 5 by 4. And that's
okay,
the staining.
I'm putting it in again.
Okay, Vinny. That's the staining in the glaze. These were used, but they're not cracked and they're not chipped. And they just have that neat 1930s look. So we're going to give you the warning. Now remember, you're getting the bowl with them as well, which I can't hold it all up at once. And that's the warning for the bids to get in there, and we're going to count them down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm going to refresh. All righty. And I see Lori and Robert Perry for $50.
Hey, Lori and Robert. Are you home? Can I send you your stuff? Have I got the right? I'm holding some things for you that you asked me not to send yet.
I need to know that too, because I got something for y'all too that you bought from my sale with Katie.
Lori and Robert, are you? Is it Lori? I think so. Are you the ones that told me to hold your things? Let me see here. Give me a moment. I want Lori and Robert to let me know. Should I go ahead and ship? I think it was Lori and Robert. It says yes.
Yep, you can.
Okay, Lori and Robert. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that your travels were all that you wanted them to be.
All right, and I'll make sure your boxes go out too as well, Lori and Robert. Thank you.
This little set right here has got some chips on it, and I'll tell you about it. Boy, this reminds me of Cambridge glass. Now, I don't think the glass was made in Japan. The little lighter insert was made in Japan. There are a couple chips, so before you put your bids, let me tell you about the little chips. But we're going to start out at 15. We're going to start at $15 on this. Look at that blue. It's chunky. Remember that candy bar, Vinny, called Chunky? Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Now, here's the lighter. The lighter itself, I do not feel any chips. Oh, no, wait a minute. There's one, when I say flea bite, I mean flea. Now, to me, a flea bite is about the size of a head of a pin. Anything bigger than that, I'm calling it a chip. The glass is beautiful, and I don't know, but maybe Cambridge made it. Reminds me of their midnight blue. The little lighter itself says Japan, so that came from Japan, and I couldn't tell you at all, if that functions or not. So there's the lighter, and there's the matching ashtray. The ashtray does not fit on the top. It doesn't. You're not supposed to do that. The ashtray is chipped. It's chipped on this corner here, and that I know it's very hard for it to focus, but there's a roughness there. And then there's another little chip on that inside rim right there, which again is hard to get you to see it. But the base isn't chipped. And this is polished on the bottom. So you could put the lighter on top of the ashtray when the ashtray is empty. Beautiful blue color. And
okay, so we have a high offer of 27 from Poodle.
The measurements, I didn't measure it. I apologize. But nobody asked, so
excuse me.
2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So just under 3-inch cube. And 1930s, 40s, 50s. It's kind of hard to tell.
Okay. So we've got Stacy Vogel at 30.
Not sure about the functionality of the lighter itself, but it appears to all be there. Purdy glass. Here comes the warning for the countdown. If you're interested, place your bids, and the countdown is going to begin in just a second. And so we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Vinny.
All right, let me refresh. Okay, so we have Stacy Vogel at $35.
Stacy Vogel. Thank you, Stacy, and thank you, everyone. Please remember to email me your information. It's pinned at the top of the chat, but it's oldcuriosityshop99@gmail.com. You don't have to do it tonight. I don't start my invoices until tomorrow morning. Your name, your shipping address, and it really helps if your chat name is different from your name. And I always like to use the example of Gloria Clapsaddle. If you're chatting in here as Gloria Clapsaddle, but you write to me and your real name is Florence Harding, I don't know who you are. So if you think you're giving me too much information, you're probably not. I probably need it all. And the email address associated with your PayPal account. Thank you. And then I can get an invoice out to you. Does that sound all right?
Sounded fine to me.
I've got plates by Macbeth Evans. And I've got 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Now, this is not the American Sweetheart pattern.
Excuse me.
but it'll remind you of it a little bit. There are only 7 of these, and the bidding starts at $15. They are 8-inch plates. They're 8 inches. I have 7 plates, and the bidding starts at 15. Now let's take a really good look at these plates. They are from the Depression. They're lovely plates. Macbeth Evans did such a great job with this almost lacy effect. And this will, it's not, as I said, not the American Sweetheart pattern, but it will remind you a little bit of that.
What color are they? They're clear with like a gold overlay.
Right, let's talk about that color. That color is somewhere between a yellowish, orange-ish color. It's not pink and it's not gold. All right, it is not pink and it is not gold. I want you to take a look there. And again, anytime I do this, everybody says, well, it looks. Remember, all of the colors on our screens are different. I'm telling you in person, because I have it here in person, it's not gold paint. It's not gold plated, and it's not painted on there. That color is in the glass, so it's not fired on. It doesn't scratch off. The color is held fast in the glass. And again, it is an orangey, yellowy. When you get these, it's going to lean closer to a tangerine orangey color. But it's definitely not gold, and it's not gold leaf or anything like that. So really
when you
pretty.
put the white behind it, you could see the orange. I could see the orange.
Yeah.
For sure.
Really pretty plates.
All right, so Mark Winko is at 18.
And there you can see. I don't know the name of that Macbeth Evans pattern. There are a lot of Macbeth Evans. They've been around for a long time, and there are a lot of patterns that don't show up in the regular old Depression glass books. So someone can probably, well, I know somebody can figure it out. It's a floral pattern.
All right, Miss Carla Salamoni is at 20.
I think when I hold them all up like that, you can really see the color come through there.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah. So again, not gold, not Halloween orange. And 7 of them with no, you don't have dishwasher damage, and you don't have cracks or chips on them. And there are a few utensil marks, but the pattern is so busy you don't see them. There's a few knife marks in there where somebody was trying to get the chocolate cake up, but such a lovely pattern, you really don't see anything. So we'll count them down, Vinny. We're going to go ahead and give you the warning, and we're going to count down the lovely Macbeth Evans plates from the 1930s. And the warning, get those bids in. Here comes the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and refresh. Oh, these darn ads.
Vinny, while you're doing that, I apologize, everyone. I've got to go get my charger.
All right, so
do something entertaining.
All righty, so Mary Ellen Newsom. Let me just make sure there wasn't a. Okay, yep. Mary Ellen Newsom, you get the plates for $30. So thank you very much. I'm sure Scott appreciates it.
Vinny, I can't. You'll have to wait a minute because I walked away from you.
That's okay. I'll repeat it. I was just letting them know in the chat who got it.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I forgot my charger. I'll tell you what, it's another one of these days. I'm in and out. Ugh. I am in and out. That's me making sound effects, getting down on the floor. All right, get plugged in. I hope I don't blow a fuse. You know, these 1925 fuse boxes.
Yes, JLC, we use PayPal. Scott uses PayPal for his transactions. It's safer and much easier. If you don't have a PayPal account, we send you a link to the invoice.
All right, let me get my little charger in here. That way I don't disappear on you. Okay, we charging.
Are you on the charger now?
I'm in. Okay,
Okay.
keep it going. Keep it going.
So Mary Ellen Newsom for $30.
Mary Ellen Newsom.
Yep.
Oh, it is. I've only got 35 minutes left.
What?
Huh? I stopped at
What?
10 o'clock.
Okay, hold on a minute. What's going on here?
What are you talking about?
Okay, I need to time them out for a second.
Time what out?
Timeless Tommy. I'm going to time him out for a minute. Okay, go ahead and move on. We're good.
Was there something said that shouldn't be?
I think he just made Poodle uncomfortable. So we're going to leave it at that. He'll come back. So what's the next item?
Okay. Well, let's see. The next item. This wonderful Art Deco ashtray, and I decided to sell it. I wasn't going to sell it, but I'm going to sell it. We're starting at $15, and it measures 3 by 4, no chips on it. It measures 3 by 4. Look at that little Art Deco ashtray. It measures 3 by 4, and it is an Art Deco ashtray, and it measures 3 by 4.
Okay, so we got an offer from KC Boston for $15.
Boy, that's got the look of the 30s. There's no mark on it. I don't know who made it, but boy, that's where the I guess it's the one cigarette goes there, and then another one goes right there. You heard of cocktails for two? Well, this is Vinny. Where's your? You know, see, let's do it. Well, you guys already get the. We'll do it with my pretzels. It's healthier.
There we go.
See that? What a great design. I love it. And I have never seen it before. Even if you're a non-smoker, but a Deco collector.
Forgive me for butchering your name, Diane. Is it Lasek for 30? Is the high offer right now.
Okay, we're going to count it down then. Talk about the color. It may appear to have a champagne tint on your side. It's really just cheap soda lime glass, so it's not bright crystal. But when you compare it to a nice piece of crystal, you can tell this is just cheap, cheap old soda lime glass. So not really a champagne tint. If you're expecting it to have a champagne tint, I think you'll be disappointed when you get it. So I'll just call it clear glass. I hope that helps. Thank you for asking.
Okay, Poodle. Sorry. I saw it and yeah, okay. All right, we're good. Once he comes back, I'll apologize. All right. So, all right, we're at Diane Lasek for 40.
Here's the warning, and here comes the countdown. You're welcome, wordsmith. You're very welcome. And here comes the warning, and here comes the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Okay. So I'm going to refresh.
Okay.
All righty.
And you look
so it was Diane Lasek for $40.
Diane.
Yep.
Lasek.
Lasek.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you very much. This is an 8-inch tall pink vase with no chips or cracks. It's from the Depression Inn. It starts at $15. It's 8 inches tall. It has no etching on it. It's pink Depression glass. And it is lovely. It has a very slight, delicate ribbed effect here. There are a few imperfections. Now, this is cheap. It's not a derogatory term.
It is, Dana.
Mass produced. It's not fire polished. This is not Fenton quality. This is mass produced depression glass. And so when you look, you will see inclusions. And there is an inclusion right there. Now, that's not anything that anybody did to damage it. That's just junk in the glass, in the factory. Soot, whatever got in there, got in there. It rolled off the assembly line. It went into barrels, and it went right to the 5 and dime. It's a lovely piece. It's a beautiful pink vase with a ruffled top. It has no damage on it. And I'm giving you the warning. Here we go with the countdown. If you want to get this, put your bid in. We're going to speed it up so we get through everything by 10 o'clock. I really want to stay true to the 2-hour auctions. There is some wear on the bottom, just as you would expect. This is going to date to the the late 20s. The colored glass really starts to become popular prior to the stock market crash. So colored glass becomes popular 1927, 28, 29, and but we just give it the generic term of depression glass. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the pink vase.
Alrighty, so we have, it's either Kara or Kara Remmel, for 35.
Kara Remmel?
Yes,
Or Rommel?
CARAREMAL.
Thank you so much, Kara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a cut glass bowl. This is cut, not pressed. Look at that sparkle. Now, this one does have, out of all the glass I've shown you tonight, that's why I haven't told you the price yet.
Kara, thank you.
This will give you a chance to get a beautiful cut glass bowl. And it does, though, have some chippity-whippities around the top. Now, none of the teeth have been knocked out, okay? So we didn't lose any teeth. I lost a tooth. None of the teeth are missing, but we do have several little flea bites and several little chips. You don't see it. You feel it, but you don't see it. I have to sneeze. I got a sneeze coming on in this awful... Let me give you the price. I know I've got a sneeze coming on.
What's the price?
$15. It measures 3 by 7. $15, 3 by 7, and it is beautiful, heavy. It's beautiful crystal, heavy lead, probably American Brilliant. I do not get a Czechoslovakian feel on it. And honestly, for anybody to really notice any of the little chips on the top, it would have to be a really picky next door neighbor, who comes over and does this on top of all your, Hyacinth would know that it was chipped, but nobody else would know. Beautiful piece. Listen to that lovely sound. That's that high lead content. And look at how it just sparkles. Look at all the facets. Now remember, you are going to get a few little chips. They are small. They're very hard to see. And again, what a lovely piece. And you may be able to get this at a pretty good price. Brilliant, beautiful cut glass. We're going to count it down. Here comes the warning.
All right.
Oh, and I forgot to say, I'm sorry. Oh, I hope it shows up. Look. Oh, it's not going to show up. It almost looks like Gothic cut prisms. Look at how they cut. You can't see it. Oh, I wish you could see it. If you know the way the prism, when they have a Gothic cut prism, they even on the outer side of this bowl, this is a good bowl. Oh, I wish you could see. On this fan, the edges are not flat, but you get, oh, I wish you could see it. You get what would be called sort of like a Gothic cut prism effect right here. I don't know, but you can see it. A lot of work went into cutting this one. Count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Vinny.
All right, so I'm gonna refresh real quick. Okay, so it looks like we have Fun with Fido for $25.
Fun with Fido. Thank you, Fun with Fido. Don't forget to send me your stuff. Did Timeless Tommy come back? Was there a problem? What did I miss? I don't want anyone to be slighted. Was there an issue?
Well, I thought he said something to Poodle that it was a misinterpretation on my part. So if you talk to him after the show, just apologize to him for me. I misinterpreted what he said, and then
come on back. Hey, come on back, Tommy. It's we all that sometimes stuff happens or you hit. I've hit things before and put people in timeout or deleted people or what. We make mistakes. Come on back, Tommy. Okay. I've got 4 pink plates. Now let's test your depression glass knowledge. Are you ready? All 4 plates for one money. They're random plates. We've got 4 of them. We're starting out at $8. All 4 of these random pink depression glass plates. Now let's look at them. There's one. I'm going to go slow. There's 2. You'll see them again. There's 3. And there's 4. All right, let's do them in reverse. This nice big one here is in pink. Now it's $8 for all of the 4 plates. This is the English Hobnail by West. This is not the Miss America by Anchor Hocking. The 2 patterns look a lot alike. So there's the one, and it has, with all these points, it has no chips on it. On that nice big, that is a 10-inch dinner plate. That's a 10-inch plate there. That's that open lace, whatever it is, Old Colony, whatever it is. And that is a nice 10-inch plate. And that plate also has no damage to that. That's the Macbeth Evans pedalware. That's a nice little, about an 8.5-inch plate. No damage on that one. And I think this is Mayfair. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that's Mayfair, if I remember correctly. I might have that wrong. And this little guy is also about like a 7-inch, an 8-inch plate there. I think this one is Mayfair. Yeah, it's about a little bit over 8 inches on that. So once again, we'll go through them. There's one plate. Lovely. It's pink, not crystal. It's hard to get you to see the pink.
All right, we have KP Gunther at 31.
Another pink. Another lovely pink. And then this probably has to be my favorite here, this one. And we're counting them down. Here comes the warning. You ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I didn't break them.
Okay. So it is sold to Diane Lasek for 40.
And we had Diane a minute ago with the Deco ashtray.
Yes, we did.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We have a Art Deco blue glass bowl, and somebody can look it up. I don't remember. I get a real Ellie Smith feeling by that little handle, but I also get a slight vibe of Hazel Atlas, but I think it's Ellie Smith. It's unmarked. It's a beautiful Deco candy bowl. I don't believe that it ever had a lid. It's got two little handles. I guess I should tell you we're starting at $8 on this lovely thing. It does not have chips or cracks on it. It has one little flea bite, it's got two flea bites. It's got one right there, and that literally is the size of a pinhead. Pardon the expression. And there's another little
pinhead.
there's another little pinhead, and it was silvered. It had like platinum on there, and there was a little silver C there. So it's just a cute little. It's from the 30s. It's a Deco bowl. Put your candy in it. Your false teeth. And I guess I don't have an Ellie Smith book, but there's something about that handle that's leaning me in that direction.
I love the color.
I love cobalt blue. I have always liked cobalt blue. And it really is a beautiful, this would go good with your modern tone, Hazel Atlas. It's just a nice piece. And we will give you the warning on that, and we will go ahead and count that thing down. Shall we do that? Let's do it. There's your warning on the Art Deco bowl with the two little handles there. And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice.
All right, I'm refreshing.
You are very refreshing, Vinny.
So it is sold to, here we go, 111 for 23.
Here we go. Thank you. Here we go. Now, this is a good time to remember because I'm not familiar with some folks tonight. I think here we go is new to me. So here we go. When you write to me, if your real name is Margaret Thatcher and you don't tell me that you are here we go, I won't know who you are. So when you write to me, I don't know why I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was Mark Wenko for 23. He put it in first. It just jumped on me. I apologize.
Is Mark at 23?
Yes, he put in 23 first. I apologize, guys. Yes, it was Mark Wenko. You got it for 23.
Okay.
So sorry. Here we go. Vinny,
you're fine. Folks, be nice to Vinny. I know you're nice to him. It's not easy. It's tough to do this. And we don't cheat. Things happen. So please don't be upset with us. Here we go. Mark, thank you. We're good? So I hope everybody.
We're good.
Okay.
We good.
But that's still a good thing to talk about. I guess I'll talk about it again while you're telling me if you're interested in this. This is a signed Hazel Atlas glass pitcher. It is 7 inches tall, and we're starting at $12. This dates to the 1930s. It is good and heavy. And thank you. Somebody on there said that it was Ellie Smith. Good to know.
That was Julie.
Thank you very much, Julie. So it was an Ellie Smith piece that Mark got?
Yes, for 23.
Thank you, because I don't have an Ellie Smith book. 7 inches tall, Hazel Atlas glass pitcher with ice. This is heavy. It's just a good old piece of kitchen glass. This is like just a good old workhorse. Cheap old, and cheap is a lovely term. Hazel Atlas is marked right on the bottom. It might be blurry, but you have to, there's also some inclusions and it's hard to see, but the Hazel Atlas mark is there. There are no chips on it. It has a nice thick.
Where's my pack of those?
It has a nice thick ice lip. That looks like a chip. It is not a chip. It's very smooth. This is the way it was done in the factory. And it's just a good old kitchen pitcher. Kitchen pitcher. That's hard to say. Kitchen pitcher. Clear
All right,
glass.
so we have KC Boston at 15.
You know, so, probably a breakfast table pitcher. This would not have been brought out into the dining room. Cheap, mass-produced kitchen glass. And
Feel better.
milk on the table. Juice on the table. 7 inches tall. And I love this thing. I just like a good old piece of depression glass. It doesn't always have to have color in it. And here comes the warning. And we're going to count it down. I sounded like Mr. Haney. Here comes the warning. I don't know why I went in a Mr. Haney voice there. Here comes the warning, and here comes the countdown on the nice Hazel Atlas pitcher. Glass pitcher. All righty, here we go. Warning, warning. Here we go. We're counting it down. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so Lori and Robert Perry for 35.
Thank you, Lori and Robert. We're going to move fast. I got to squeeze in these last few pieces. I promise you, we're stopping at 10 o'clock, and then we'll chit-chat. Lori and Robert.
Yep, for 35.
I have 2 glass shades. They're satin glass shades from the 1920s. We're starting at $15 on the 2 matching pair of satin glass shades from the 1920s. We're starting at $15. One of them has chipping on the rim, but you guys well know that that goes underneath the fitter. I don't have a fitter here to show you. I should. Actually, I do. I have one way over there. But you put your fitter over the top, and this takes a 2.5 inch or 2 3/4. Hold on, I'm sorry. This will fit down in a 2.5 inch. Am I saying 2.5 inch fitter? Well, wait a minute. Just go ahead and measure the doggone thing again. I think I meant 2 1/4, 2 1/8. It's a standard size. So don't worry about that chip because you have the 3 screws that you lock in place. Put that on there. You put your, let me go in. Hold on. Everybody look at those. Put your bids in. I'm going to grab my fitter. And I've got another shade. We're going to do that later. So I might have to break my rule and do that after 10 o'clock. I want you to see. Let me see if I can get this off of here. And of course, I'm not going to be able to get it off. This is a fitter, and you already know that. This will screw onto a light bulb socket. Your light bulb sockets are threaded, and you have 3 screws. Now, you're not getting this in the auction. You can buy these. I think most of you know that this is the way these shades work. The reason why it was cracked is somebody tightened the screws too tightly. So when you want to hang this one, you get it in there and you turn the screws so that they are away from, so that chip is right there. See that? But it's nowhere near my 3 screws. Now I can tighten all of these the way you're supposed to do it, and you don't over tighten them, which is what somebody did. And then this is your light socket. This was meant to hang from a ceiling fixture. So there are 2 of them, and they'll hang from a ceiling fixture or however you would like to use them. And they're beautiful satin glass, and it's a matching pair. And it looks like we have no bids. We'll give it a second.
Yeah, there's no claims right now.
All right, we'll give it another second. I wasn't sure if anybody wanted to do antique lighting or not, so I'm going to pull this off. We're going to go fast. I'll come back to it at the end.
You want to pass?
Yeah, bids? Any bids? No bids. Okay, we'll pass.
Okay.
Let's do this one quickly. Here's just one.
Okay. What's the start on that one?
The start on that one on the Puffy shade is $12. This is paint
Okay.
on here. It's clear glass. You have a satin paint on the outside. That's the original salmon color paint. And again, a glass fitter goes right over the top. There's only one of these, no chips or cracks. There's no damage on this little guy. And this was also meant to hang from a ceiling fixture. Now I said no chip. Chip on the rim doesn't make a difference. That rim goes up underneath your fitter.
All right. We got Urban Ghost Hunters on that one for 12.
You tighten your screws. Now, I usually see these incorrectly used, and I'm going to do a video on lamps some other time. These were not meant to be attached to bridge lamps, but you often see people do that now because it's really hard to find bridge lamp shades. And so now I've only got one, so this would hang from a socket, from a chain, from the ceiling. You may use it any way that you choose once you buy it, but that's what it was intended for. And it dates to the 20s. I guess those are puffy flowers. This is paint. And it doesn't have any chipping on it. Again, you will not get the fitter. This is mine. You have to get your own fitter. But we'll count that down. We've got one bid on that shade, I believe.
No, correct. Suzanne's at 20.
All right, so here comes the warning on it. Here comes the warning, and that's the warning, and we're going to go ahead and count it down. And so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And to answer your question, Anne, the item's price does not include shipping. I'm going to refresh the page real quick.
Okay. Oh, we're doing okay.
All right. So, and it looks like we have Suzanne at $20 for that shade.
Is it just Suzanne? Is there a...
Yes, it's just Suzanne.
That's Suzanne.
It is Suzanne.
All right. Suzanne, don't forget all the information. When you write to me, give me all that information when you write to me so I know exactly who you are. Now, someone is asking, Scott, can you send an invoice via PayPal and don't need an account? Vinny,
that Martin was answering Philip Lane's question. Yes, we can.
Okay.
All right, what else do you have?
It's 9:53. I always promise you that I go live at 8 o'clock. I start selling at 8:10, and I stop at 10 p.m. My sales are 2 hours long, and that's it. I need to go to bed soon. I can't stay up until midnight chatting. And I hope that's okay with everyone. I'd like to keep them right at 2 hours. I've got one more thing to sell. We had one thing that didn't sell. Just reminding you that we still have 2 lovely satin glass shades if anybody wants to jump on those at some point. And I think there was something that we had no interest on the Demitasse, the 11 of the little Demitasse, the American Limoges. This is called the Wild Rose pattern. I have 11 of these, excellent condition from the 40s, and they're little Demitasse cups. And so if anybody, you can go into the chat and tell me if you want me to re-auction something that didn't sell. We'll keep our eyes on it. But the last thing tonight are 2 lamps, and they're a matching pair, and this will be it. These have no damage. They're in excellent condition, and the bidding starts at $30 for the 2, for the pair.
Okay.
We're starting at $30. $30 on these. It is a matching pair of lamps, and they date to the 1940s. Look at those. The tall one, now forget the harp. This one measures 13. That's from here to, I think, the top of the, yes, 13 inches from the base to the socket. This
All
one
right.
has,
Karen Louise is at 30.
this one has a harp on it. And then the little one stands 10 inches tall. And they're just lovely. I used to know who made these. I have sold this type of lamp before. The old felt is missing from the bottom. They have been rewired. This is all new cord. These are new plugs. That's a brand new plug. But you get the nice old-fashioned nickel sockets. They're in excellent condition. So
right, Poodle's in at 45.
I'll let you all tell me what that flower is. I won't tell you. You tell me. And I love these.
Mary Kay Hernandez, are you trying to bid 53?
Now, these were made for a bedroom, and more than likely, there were two of the little ones as dresser lamps, yeah? And then the larger one would normally sit on the little end table in between the two twin beds, right? So that would be the larger one. Now, I only have one. If you want another one of these, you'll find it. These are made in the 1930s and 40s, and you can find another one of these. I apologize for not remembering the maker. It's slipping my mind. They originally had a foil label on them, and doggone it, I just can't remember.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mary Kay.
Now, I do have to tell you that when I ship this, this harp will not come off. Some harps you can pinch right here. This is called the harp. This is all one piece. This is not a pinchable. These do not move. This is a solid brass piece that does not move. You cannot remove this harp from the lamp. I am completely familiar with the movable covers and the harps that you pinch and pull off. That's on there. That means it's going to be a big box. So there's not really anything I can do except ship as cheaply as I can, but I want you to know that harp has to stay there. Rewired with brand new cords in excellent condition.
Okay.
And lovely pair, really, I will say, of boudoir lamps. Did they tell me what the flower was?
I think they said it was an orchid.
I would go with that.
All right, and then Poodle's at 54. You have a question about the two frosted shade. Forgive
Vinny,
me for what?
Hold on, Vinny. Hold on the frosted shades. Let's close this out.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll go back to the frosted shades. I don't want to confuse anybody. We're going to give you the warning, and we're going to give you the countdown on this. We'll go back to the frosted shades. Okay, so here comes the warning. Any questions? I don't see any chips, and they're not crazed. And the coloring is just soft and warm and really lovely on these lamps. That's the warning, and the countdown begins. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's 9:59. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Okay, let me refresh it, and then I'll let you know what somebody asked about the shades.
Yeah, hold on about them. And it is, the clock is about to strike 10.
All right, so they were sold to Poodle for 54.
Poodle. I love that throw. I need to go get it. It's going to be 20 degrees on the weekend. That thing is wonderful. Thank you. You know what I'm thanking you for. And Poodle, thank you. The lamps are yours at 54, the pair of lamps. You're going to have fun getting shades for them. Now, Vinny, tell me what it was you wanted to tell me about these.
So a user by the name, and forgive me if I butcher the name, Glinny18 wanted to know if you would do 40 for the 2 frosted shades that were passed.
Without running, yeah, yes. And you know why I'm going to say yes? Because we did put them up, we did auction them, and we didn't get anybody.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and say yes, and I won't run it. I think that's the fairest thing to do because everybody did have a chance.
Alrighty, so Glinny18, you get those for 40.
This will clean off. That just gets some. That needs to be cleaned. I love the frosting on these. I love frosting on cake too. Oh, I could go for. I could go for some cake. Let me go back and.
Let me spell the name out for you. So it's.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh shoot.
Oh, that's the Satin. Okay, I'm ready when you are, Vinny. Fire away.
Right. GLYNIE, and then the number 18.
And that's 40 on the 2?
Yes.
Okay. And he or she is good. You understand you need to get your own fitter. Well, just make sure before we.
And then you need to email Scott at oldcuriosityshop99@gmail.com. Please make sure you send in your name, your YouTube name, your PayPal email, and your shipping address. That's pinned at the top of the chat so you can copy and paste it into your email.
I do need all of that information. Otherwise, I can't get the invoices out. It is 2 minutes after 10. And I want to thank you. First of all, to all of you who are here tonight, hanging out with us. I so appreciate you being here. Thanks to everyone who placed bids, who bought things, who contributed in the chat, who enjoyed chatting with each other. Once again, as I say, you're always welcome to come to these auctions. Bidding, purchasing is not required. And now that it's over with, and we're going to thank Vinny too, I just want to go ahead so everyone knows nothing else is going to be sold. So if you want to hang out and chit chat informally, we're going to do that. But for those who came to enjoy the auction, we've all finished selling for the night. And I will bid you sweet dreams for those who are ready to hit the pike. And thank you so much. And before you go, everybody, round of applause. Reverse for the fantastic, the vintage Vinny, who was our moderator tonight.
All right, so we have 539 people here at the moment, and we have 486 thumbs up. Can we get this show to 500? That's only 14 more thumbs up. I know we can do it.
I promise you I don't pay Vinny to say that, and I thank him. I never think anybody who's hung out with me long enough, I never, ever, rarely do I remember to say subscribe and thumb up and the bell. And I want you to do it. I just don't ever think to.
Just 4 more. We can do it.
Are you okay, Vinny, over there?
Yeah, I still got remnants of a cough from my cold. Oh, we did it. Yes.
Oh,
thank you. Yes, we did it. 505. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, that was so nice. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Ooh, auction is over. I'm going to turn off. May I do this? Let's hang out for a little bit. Let me turn off some of my lights, okay? That might make it a little bit darker in here. May I? May you allow me to do that? I'm going to turn off a few lights. And I've got one more.
Excuse me.
I drank my cranberry tea.
Ooh, cranberry.
Yeah, it was a really nice. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to go and get a little. I think I've got some more root beer in here. I'm coming right back. Vinny, entertain everyone.
Don't lock yourself in the closet again.
No, that was the bathroom. I'm in the kitchen now.
Same thing.
The bathroom and the kitchen is the same thing. I'm glad I don't live in your house.
You know what I mean. You locked yourself somewhere.
Everybody is allowed to tease Vinny because I'm away from the camera.
So if anybody wants to poke fun at me, you're more than welcome to. I gotta. Wow. I should probably keep this up for the remainder of the show. So in case there's anybody here who hasn't thumbed up,
When I
yeah,
get when I get back out there, I have a bone to pick. Is that Thrill of the Thrift still hanging out? Is she still lurking in my chat? Where is she?
No, I think she may have left because of your funeral lamps.
It is not a funeral lamp.
I laughed so freaking hard because somebody kept saying that it looked like a toilet plunger.
It does
because it was adjustable.
It does not, and you know better.
Yes, it was hilarious. I laughed probably for the good remainder of the night after that.
It was not hilarious.
Yes, it was. It was very funny.
No.
She kept saying it was fugly. That was even funnier.
You guys made me... No, you know I don't get... Listen. You have to understand. There's very few things in life I get mad over. Very few things. Oh, let me sit back down. Whew. I seriously want to know if anybody's still here.
Yeah, 499 people.
Oh, I'm so glad you're still here. I need your help. I want your suggestions. I might not follow them, but I want them. What do you like? What do you not like? Now, we already talked about the split screen. We already talked about that. If you missed that, you're gonna have to go back and I don't want to go over that again. But in terms of the auction, talk to us now. How can we improve? You know, and I guess, do we go too fast? Do we go too slow? Do we talk too much? Do we not talk enough? What's your thoughts on making these any improving? Well, I have a pretzel. I want to know what you think.
So Patty says that she likes the split screen and that the pace was good tonight from Bren of I Heart Old Things.
So it wasn't too fast? Because I'm a very fast-paced person.
Bye, Karen K. Have a good night.
But I need to slide in so I can see what you're telling us.
I do like that I'm able to, convey things to you like this instead of typing it in the chat a million times. You can verbally hear me say it instead of reading it in the chat because I know that that's tough for you to read.
Vinny, go get
especially if you're on a device.
Vinny, go get a Kleenex. Don't wipe your nose on your sleeve.
It was an itch. It's not me wiping my nose.
I can tell him that you don't understand the dynamic. He's always telling me, put your hearing aid in.
I never said that to you, but okay.
Oh yes, you put your bifocals on. I was watching my sisters. Okay. So, but what can you say? Now, somebody says go slower. Time for everyone to get their bids going. Now, let me come back at that, Blue House. Okay, I appreciate that. Listen, Blue House, here's the thing. When you say go slow so everyone has time to get their bids in, here's the problem with that. Because of the lag, the mistake people make is, here I'm a person. Oh, I really want that. Now, I'm not going to bid until the last minute so I can get it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. They place their bid when I say like 2, 1. I could count down from 50 and people would still wait and try to place their bid at the last second. And that's how they miss it. So it's really not a matter of slowing down the count. I tell everybody, get that when you see something, get that bid in there I mean, I could count down slower, but I have people tell me that it's too slow.
It's an internet thing. It's
Yeah,
everyone's internet is different. Regardless, if we go too slow, then we're not going to get this done in 2 hours.
I know I haven't changed. And I appreciate. I'm not criticizing you. I appreciate your suggestion. Um, but I have to tell you, no matter how slow I count, there will always be people for whom they say it's not slow enough because they want to. They just don't get those bids in. I appreciate what you're saying. No one can control the lag. No, you can't control it.
Exactly.
Please keep offering more glass. I'm almost all. What kind of glass? Be specific. I'm a very specific person. When you say more glass, what kind of glass? I'm looking at it. What kind of glass do you want? Shipping doesn't work well. Oh, sniping doesn't work. No, you can't snipe when you're live.
Cut/pressed, KP said.
Both cut and pressed. You like cut and pressed? So pressed, cut. Are we bringing the clear glass back? I think we are.
EAPG vases, the Florida Golden Girl said.
Okay.
And Suzanne would like that you hold the items still instead of moving them around so much.
I'll try to do that. I will very much try to do that. And thank you for the suggestion.
Yes, very much so, Julie. I agree.
What?
She likes that, there was less goofing. We got to down to business first, and then we have the chat later.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to answer your question about the stove. We can sit here and chat now and relax. During the live sale, I'm all about the sale. I feel like I appreciate people who watch for the entertainment, but in my mind, the entertainment comes second to the sale. I want the sale to be about the business and have fun, a balance. But I know people and I would get annoyed too, and I would get bored. If I'm coming to a sale and everybody's chit chatting, come on now, how long are we going to be here? I get that. And it's Monday night and we got to go to bed and get up and go to work. So I don't want my sales to be too rushed, but I'm going to get through the things in the 2 hours that I have. I hope that's just kind of the way I feel like I want to do them. It kind of fits my personality as well. And I listened to what you said because that's what you told me that you wanted.
Yes, I like what Here We Go 111 said, chatting less during the bidding, that you don't know how much of a difference that made that one time. Like this next sale after he said that, oh my God, it was so much less stressful for both D and I. So we like to keep it to a minimum while those offers come in. And it helps tremendously. You have no idea.
Absolutely, because when we're trying to watch the screen and it's so much easier.
Oh, Suzanne, New Jersey, Philly area is where he's shipping these items from.
Thank you so much, Attic Fair. We're waiting for you to start your channel.
Oh, good night, Attic Fair.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So ML Minter says they would like you to look for more vintage cookware.
Okay.
When you're out thrifting.
Hey, ML, I just saw your email. That package ought to get there today or tomorrow. Are you the one? I know which. Did you buy the laundry bag? The laundry? I forget what you bought. It's in the mail. It's coming. I promise you it is, and it should be there. Whatever it was you bought, it's on it. I promise you it's on its way. I did. Okay, that's you. Okay, it's on its way.
And then Catherine Norton says, bring out more lamps and ceiling fan globes.
Well, okay. Okay. I can't, I don't sell ceiling fan. I appreciate that. Ceiling fan globes would be like, yes, you could put these on a ceiling fan, but these were made in the 20s for lamps. So I really don't buy and sell ceiling fan globes, which would be modern. Yes, there were ceiling fans back in the olden days, but I do a lot of light fixtures, glass for light fixtures. And yes, I hope
All
that.
right. I see Beiderbecke 1927 saying they would like more old textiles.
I'm going to tell you what, Mr. Bix Beiderbecke. Heads up for all of you who are still here. I am working on, and I'm going to, the first beautiful, warm spring day, and we'll get some. We're not going to get any in, well, who knows the way the weather is. I'm probably going to wait until early April. I have been hoarding tablecloths. Now, when I say vintage, I always follow up with a year because that's how they do it with wine. And when I say vintage, I'm saying vintage 1945 to 65. That is the vintage. The vintage that I'm talking about is 1945 to 1965. I probably have 15 tablecloths from that era. Get excited. Oh, it's going to be good. I'm going to film. We're going to probably be out on the front porch where I can put the camera up at one end of the porch. And then I can have like a clothesline and actually hang the tablecloths up. Something like that. Would you like that? And you want mid-century items?
Ooh, I think you just caught L Twinkie C's attention. I collect tablecloths and linens.
All right, hold on. I've got one in the bedroom. Why do I have a tablecloth in the bedroom? Don't ask, don't tell. No, I'm kidding. Because I got stuff everywhere. Let me go get
Join
one.
the club.
Huh?
I said, join the club. I've got stuff all over the place in here too.
I'm okay. California pottery. I promise. Here's what I'm gonna do. I will go back and read the transcript, and I'm gonna write down what you're asking for. I'm gonna write. I promise you. If I'm not addressing what you're saying, I will write it. I'll go back and write it down. Let me show you what. Let me show you one of these tablecloths. Hold on.
Let me. If I made you guys yawn, I'm sorry. I'm fading. It's 10 o'clock. I feel like I did a lot today, even though I didn't.
Now wait a minute. Where is that tablecloth?
I'm gonna hold off on my comment.
Are you ready?
Robin Boyd said she's a tablecloth junkie, so you're piquing her interest here.
All right, I'm coming back. Here I am. Now, I'm not selling this tonight. I'm letting you know this is going to come up sometime in late March or early April. And I probably have 15. And you know me, I don't buy junk. Don't get upset when I say junk. You know what I mean. When I guess I should say, I try to get like they're not full of holes. They're not covered in mustard and ketchup. Huh? It's hard to find an old tablecloth without like a little stain on it. But here is a sample of what I'm talking about. Look at that mid-century salad bowl.
Salad.
Oil and vinegar.
True it.
Mushroom.
Mushroom.
Watermelon.
Watermelons.
Strawberry basket. I can't see. I hope that they get excited. This is the kind of thing that I'm going to be selling. Let me get it. See, it's really hard.
You got people liking that.
Look at. All right, hold it still, they say. I'm holding it still. Do they like it?
Yes, they do.
How much do they like it?
A lot.
Look at all those mid-century fruits. We see. What are the fruits that you see? Watermelon.
Grapes?
What is this? Onion?
Maybe.
I think there's this basket of strawberry. Here's onion. Is that onion?
Onion.
Is that onion?
Either an onion or a radish, maybe.
I thought there was this basket of. Look, here's strawberries.
Strawberries.
So do they like this?
Yes, they do.
All right. Well, there's going to be. And I washed my tablecloths. This smells downy fresh. So I wash them. I don't iron them. But they will come to you already washed. All right. And so that's going to come up sometime this spring. That's going to be in a live sale too. All right. Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Everyone wants to know if you have any round tablecloths. I was about to say round tabletops.
Do I have any round tabletops?
That's what I was going to say, and I had to correct myself. Tablecloths. Because those are the hard ones to find.
I don't remember. I might.
Okay.
It's been so long since I unboxed everything. There might be one circular one. And they are of various sizes. Now, if you still want to hang out, and Vinny, if you're done, you can you stay as long as you want, Vinny. But I'm not making you stay up. I know you have to. Well, I get up early and I go to work too.
I'm not working. I'm not going into a job for the rest of the week, so I'm okay.
Okay. But don't feel like you have to. Stay as long as you want. Okay.
Hazel. You're talking about Hazel Atlas?
No, they're talking about my Aunt Hazel. I'm not telling you that yet.
Oh, okay.
I have an Aunt Hazel scandal because I showed them a pin that says Hazel.
Oh, you told me about this. You're good.
I told you about the Hazel scandal.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Yeah.
Robin says she's addicted to the smell of Gain. Okay.
Is that laundry powder?
Yeah, laundry detergent.
Hey, are the mid-century people here? I'm going to show you a lamp. Now, if you watched that hot mess that Vinny and I did the other night, we were all sideways. And I'm not going to go down and get that lamp that you guys made fun of. My Deco
plunger.
No. Don't start, Vinny, or I'll tell them that little story about remember when I was driving and you said, don't tell them you sold your you know what?
You can tell them that story. I'm not embarrassed by it. I laugh at it because I didn't realize what I said until
I almost went off the road. I almost drove into a ditch. Should I tell you what Vinny said?
Oh, you can. Go right ahead.
Turn it down, Vinny. I hear an echo.
You hear an echo?
You just did something to your volume.
Oh, I didn't do anything to it. I leaned down because I was laughing.
Well, something's going on.
Is it echoing still?
Yes.
Okay. You want to let me back in? Maybe I'll X out and you can let me back in? Or is it gone?
What?
Is the echo gone?
No.
Okay, I'm going to X out. So if I hit leave, will it let me come back? That's the question. You know what I'll do? I think I still have the link, so I'll just leave and come back through the link, and you can let me back on. Hold on.
Sorry, everybody. Vinny, I've got to tell you what Vinny said, and I've got a lamp to show you. Oh, for pity's sake. How do I go get Vinny again? Vinny's lost. Let me go find him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go get him. Let me see if I can go find him. I probably can. Connecting. No, I don't want to end the stream. Oh, wait, there he is. I think we can get him back in there. Vinny, are you back?
I am back.
What'd you do?
Echo's still there, or is it gone?
It's gone. Whatever you did, you fixed it. Good for you.
Okay, good.
All right. I am going to. Are we crooked?
No, we're good.
I'm going to show you a lamp. Now, I promise you, where are my mid-century? Are they here?
You didn't tell him what I said, did you?
I didn't tell him yet, but I'm going to tell him.
All right.
I'm going to wait until 10:30 because it's a little.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we do PG-13?
I mean, I could substitute it for a different word, not the naughty word, but like a, or should I say exactly what I said? Because once they know what it is, it's not so bad.
Vinny, it's not a naughty word. It's just
kind of dirty. I get it.
Let me show them this lamp. Yeah. I was in Goodwill, wheeling my cart around, and here was this lamp, and this lady was over there fiddling with it, and I was hiding behind the shelves, thinking to myself, put it down, get away, you don't want it. Now, I didn't say that out loud, but she put it down and she went away from it. Woohoo! And I went right over. Until that clock is done. I paid $9.99 for this lamp. One in a different color, but the same lamp, just sold on eBay for $350, and it was a buy it now. It was not an auction. You want to see it? Do they want to see it?
I think they, yes, they do. And yes, Dana, I get that reference. I love that movie.
Here, mid-century people. Are you psyched about that? Where my mid-century? Look at that. I know. Now, hold on for a minute. It is a floor lamp. I want you to see. So that's, wait a minute. It's adjustable. I haven't cleaned it yet, but I want you to see that it is adjustable. And there's the base. That's the original green paint covered in dust. And I need to put a new socket in it and rewire it. And that is a wonderful mid-century lamp. It is marked. If you take the lid off, you can see the brand name. You can see the maker. That's the old. It was not repainted. It's not scratched. There's no dents. Isn't that something else? Can you see how excited I was? And I'm not, I just, and I'm not a mid-century person, but woo, I like this. Do they like it?
Yes, they do. Yeah, I like that hunter green, or like that evergreen color of the shade.
Yeah, it came in different colors. And the maker of it, if you want to know, is MG Wheeler Company. MG Wheeler, and it's called a Sight Light. That's the maker. So I'm going to have to wire it and then clean this brass, polish it back up. So I was really excited to find, especially because it hasn't been repainted. What?
I'm reading what Wordsmith said. He said, knowledge is power, I think, in Spanish, I think it is.
Oh. All right, Vinny, let's wrap it up. But let's tell them what you... I'm going to set it up. And then you get ready, everybody. But this is PG, kind of PG. It's not really PG-13.
It's childish.
It's very childish.
Okay, so I'll give you the long story short. So we were on our way to the airport to pick up Tammy, Dave, and Dee, our last trip to our last little Philly meetup. And I don't know how it came into the conversation, but I was telling him about a couple of things that I had sold, and just out of the blue.
Wait a minute.
What?
Hold on. So I'm driving and I'm in traffic.
Yes, sophomoric.
And Vinny is over here going, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, Vinny, yeah, Vinny, yeah, Vinny. And I'm trying to get to the airport. Now, wait a minute, Vinny. Before you tell your line, I have to tell them this. I was with Vinny months ago or whenever we were, and he bought an old Winnie the Pooh from, it doesn't matter. It was either a puppet or it was a
rubber squeaker toy.
All right, it was a Winnie the Pooh toy. Now, that's important that you know that. And I'm driving. Vinny's not going to be able to say it.
Oh, I will. I just have to get the laugh out because I can't help it.
I have to get ready too.
Okay.
Warning, PG-13. And then out of the blue, and I almost went into a ditch. Vinny said,
I literally said with a straight face and no shame or embarrassment, I literally go, did I tell you I sold that poo for $15? And the look on his face was priceless. And then once I realized what I had said, I was like, oh my God, what did I just say? And how did that get interpreted?
Vinny said, did you know I sold my poo on eBay for $15?
Oh my God, it was so funny. The look on his face was priceless.
What?
And then I had to tell him what I meant. It was the funniest thing I had ever seen. It was so bad, but it was so funny.
It's just one of those funny things, that in conversation, and it's a joke. That is a joke that will live on.
Oh my God.
Family jokes that get repeated every Thanksgiving or that will be repeated as long as you'll never forget. If Vinny and I won, that was something. I mean, I'm telling you, I almost had to pull over.
Read Mary Beth's comments. It says Scott's plunger and Vinny's poo. But that's one of the things that I find that one of the issues I guess I can say that I have is that I'll think of what I want to say in my head and it sounds okay, but when I go to say it, it either doesn't make sense or it just sounds like something horrible. It was really fun. That was a really funny moment. He looked at me like, "What?" And then I had to explain what I meant. But
we weren't even talking about that. I don't know what we were talking about.
And then I just randomly blurted it out.
Did you know I sold my poo on eBay for $15? What? See, you can't. It
was so bad. It literally just burst out of my mouth like nothing.
I'm probably going to lose 5 subscribers at that, Vinny. They're not.
No, you're not.
Oh, listen. It was
so funny.
Listen,
but that little squeaker poo toy was cool, though, because it had his shirt, which they don't usually have.
Look, 50 people just signed out. No. Hey, everybody was telling me, Scott, you need a plant. You need a plant. You need a plant. I know. I can't do it all that fast. I want house plants. And in the 1930s, there was always a dumb old snake plant. Now, and you cannot look at an interior photograph of the 1930s without one of those snake plants. That was
snake or spider?
Snake.
No, we're just friends, Sharon.
snake plants. And I want everybody to know.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
I
going to
still
have some
can't get
plants.
over that.
And look at what I'm going to put a snake plant in.
Ooh.
I'll let you.
Does it say RR Pico, Roseville, Ohio?
Yeah.
All right, that's nice.
And it's in excellent condition. It's my color. It's Art Deco. It's 1930s. And I'm going to put a big old snake plant in there. You know what a snake plant is. And you have to have one in a 30s interior. That was the house plant.
Now, is that a design of the glaze, or is that textured scallop?
It's embossed. It's scalloped.
Oh, it's embossed. Okay, that's what I was going for, embossed. That's cool.
Yeah. Not nice.
I like that color too.
No cracks or chip. No damage in that thing at all. So
Karen wanted to know if I came across any 1959 Barbies. No, I have not, but I do have one.
you have one? What do you do?
And she's dressed in her original attire too.
You gonna sell it?
No, she's in my bedroom. But if I find any old Barbies, I do sell them mostly.
All right. I've got another pot. Now I want the audience to suggest a plant. The snake plant is going in that. Period. I'm going to show you something else that I want to put a house plant in. Now remember, I'm 1920s, 30s. So think of plants that would have been popular in homes in those days. And whatever plant you might suggest is going to go in this.
Ooh, I like that. The colors that they used back then, those glaze colors, are great.
Yeah. So what do you want? What kind of plant do you want me to put in? Ivy. I like ivy. I could do an ivy. I don't know how well I could do a calla lily.
What about like a what about bamboo?
People didn't decorate with bamboo in the 30s like that.
Oh, they didn't?
No, you talking about like that lucky bamboo stuff?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you can pick up at the Asian markets and such.
That wouldn't be appropriate for the third. I'm trying to keep with the 30s decor. So snake plants. Yeah, the snake plant was the big plant. People did have ivy was popular, like a wandering ivy.
What about ferns and ficuses?
I don't know what a lipstick. I don't know that I would put a fern in this.
No, wait. Those are the really large trees that go in a plant for the floor, isn't it? I don't remember the name of those trees. That's what I have in my brain right now.
I'm trying to look and see. African violets. Yeah, so I can pick the fuzz off of them.
Oh, my word. Excuse me.
I know, and everybody well,
what about like roses or something like that?
Do people plant roses in their houses?
Well, like, you get an arrangement for Valentine's Day or something. They gotta find something to put it in.
Yeah, just like flowers.
Yeah, flowers, not, you know what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, I follow you.
Or like fresh cut daisies or something from the florist.
Well, I know I'm going to have potted palms out on the porch. That's a very 20s thing. The potted palms. Hydrangeas are going to go out front. I'm going to do some landscaping. I'll show you one more thing. I'm taking out the lusterware from the china closet, and I'm replacing it with some Noritake. You might not have seen. This pattern was introduced in 1949, and it's beautiful Noritake, and I want you to see it.
Chrysanthemums.
Look how beautiful this Noritake is. I have a place setting for 6. And it's a lovely pattern, which is called Bancroft. And it was introduced in 1949. So one of the, really would be one of the first patterns
excuse me,
to come in after the war. Now, from what I read in my Japan books, that we really didn't start getting shipments from Japan until 1947. And this pattern was made in was introduced in 1949. So it would have been a very early pattern to come in to this country after the war. So I've got a place setting for 6. You know, cream and sugar, dessert, vegetable bowls, platters, and all of that. It's all on the floor. But, well, Vinny, do you have any parting thoughts for the crowd?
Buy what you like.
That's a good suggestion. Buy what you like. Buy what you like and use it. Enjoy it.
Exactly.
I will go back and read the transcript of all of this when I have the chance, and I'll write down the things that you said you were interested in, and I will read over the suggestions that you had for the next live sale. Now, the next one will be the first Monday night in February. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but we'll see you the first and the third Monday in February, March, and April. And it might be May or June when we get a third Monday. So 2 live sales a month.
So people want to know when my next sale is. It's this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
This Saturday at 6 p.m.?
Yep.
I'm still pumping out items into the Old Curiosity Shop website on eBay. And you say, well, how do I know? I'll still do my shop-alongs and I'll still do my thrift hauls. I will always do a live sale preview 2 or 3 nights before the auction, if you didn't know that. And it's not a live, you'll just catch it on the eBay. You catch it on YouTube. So there'll be a YouTube video that says live auction preview. That's when I quickly show you a couple of days in advance what's going to be for sale that next Monday night. That way you know. I didn't see anything I want. You don't have to tune in unless you just want to watch for fun.
So Lori and Robert want to know when you and Dave have planned another Mantique sale. If you have one scheduled.
We do, and I appreciate you asking me that. The dates are in my cell phone, and I'm broadcasting on that, so I can't look at it. But I promise you, we will let you know. I'll announce it, and David will as well. I think the next one is going to be on his channel, and then it'll flip-flop to mine. We did pick dates. I'll tell you what. I think it's the second Monday in February. My live sale is the first Monday, and I think David chose the second Monday night in February. I have to go back and look at it. I'll let you know, and I appreciate you asking. David has a channel in Texas, and it was his idea, and I'm glad he did it. He invited me. I don't know what we call it, 2 gents, and we get
two chaps or something like that.
I heard you say old.
I thought there was like 2 old chaps or something like that, or vintage gents. I don't know. Old. I don't remember the title. It's just something in regards to that.
Well, actually, I am. You can call me. I'm older than David.
So, Melody, I don't know if you know this, but Katie of Vintage and Vinyl and I do an industrial sale once a month on my channel. So you might want to stick around for that. It's usually the third Saturday of each month. So hopefully you can come to that and get some good stuff.
And David and I, you know, I'm not a big fan of the word mantiques because anybody can collect anything. But
Yeah.
it's a term that you hear in the trade. And normally when people say mantiques, you think of oil cans and old tools. But we'll sell anything from glassware. But we do kind of lean towards what would be considered, you know, well, I don't know. Things that
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, it's a variety of things. And I appreciate you asking. And it really only runs for about an hour. I think we only sell like maybe 10 items each. And
Tammy put in the date. It's February 13th.
Is Tammy there?
Yes.
Thank you, Tammy. Okay, I didn't know you were there, Tammy. So is February the 13th a Monday? And is that the second Monday in February?
So it was 2 chaps sale, so I just added the old part in there. The wrong.
Yeah.
I just added an extra word, so it's called 2 chaps live sale.
Mm-hmm. Old.
I didn't mean to add that in there.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
Oh, I'll get my karma for that one once we're all together again.
Oh,
Karma will bite me.
All right. I'm just running my mouth now. Well, I guess we can wrap it up, Vinny. You want to do something? You have any parting words?
Well, I guess I can say thank you to everybody who's tuning or who has tuned in, for thumbing up, subscribing if you have not, to the Old Curiosity Shop, and thank you all for the support. I appreciate it. I know this was a little different and that the format was a little different, but never hurts to try something new, right?
Yeah. And go watch his show. He has a wonderful channel and he does thrift hauls, and he did his first shop along. Now encourage him. Go watch Vinny's shop along. They're not easy to do. They're hard to do, but go watch Vinny's shop along. I think it was your first one, Vinny.
The second one, actually, just uploaded today. My first one was last week, I think.
Oh, I didn't see the one that you did today. Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. Don't forget to wait for the cat. And so long for now. Did Vinny say goodbye?
I waved.
All right. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
I still don't know how to turn this thing off. I'm sorry I'm pointing at you.